Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about loving your enemies. But before we get into it, I just want to let you guys know I'm a very blunt type of speaker. Therefore, if I say anything that might offend you or sound triggering, please let me know because that's the last thing I want to do. In life, people are going to do you dirty no matter what. It doesn't matter how nice you were to them, how loyal you were to them, or how peaceful you tried to be with them. At one point in life, someone is going to come along your journey and they're either going to violate your trust, test your patience, or they're just going to flat out hurt you for no reason. What sucks about it is that their intentions and the way they proceed with them is completely out of our control. And most of the time, our ego handles the situation, not us. I've had many people do rude things to me, and I've always been the one to clap back. Whether it was trying to assert dominance, embarrass them, or trying to give them a taste of their own medicine, my ego usually did all of that for me. I used my ego to cover up who I really was inside. Back then, I used to think that I was a sorry bitch because I would always forgive people no matter how wrong they did me. The people that I surrounded myself with, especially in middle school and high school, they would always say, "Oh bro, are you gonna take that? You can't let that shit slide, bro. You gotta show him who's boss." And at the time, I really wanted to fit in, so that's exactly what I did. But that wasn't who I was. I'm a loving, caring, and very forgiving person, and I used my ego to hide that. And you've probably done the same thing as well. Whether it was saying some of the nastiest shit you could ever say to someone, exposing someone online, or just trying to make them feel like a piece of shit for no reason, you've probably done it. It might feel better in the moment. Sometimes you might feel like a king or queen. But would you rather act and feel like a king or queen? Or would you rather live like someone who's actually mature enough to control their own impulses? Is winning an argument really worth destroying your peace over? Is it really worth putting someone down, trying to prove a point that never needed to be proven in the first place? It sounds dumb, doesn't it? You're not alone though. I've been there and it felt great at the time. I thought I was a bad motherfucker. I was holding grudges like they were trophies. I was insulting people left and right whether or not they did anything to me. I genuinely felt untouchable. Now, I'm not going to say I regret it. I don't regret anything I've done because I've learned from my experiences. But it does suck that it had to get to that point. And if you're in that same boat right now, stop it. Like on some real shit, you're acting like a child. You are simply wasting time on someone who most likely forgot what they already did in the first place. And it's not worth putting your energy into either. People will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. But they will never forget how you made them feel. And do you really want to be on the wrong end of that? You're not better than anyone because you beat their ass or said something rude to them. And you're not more dominant because you doubled down on what someone said to you. I despise people who especially say, "Oh, well, they started it." Are you fucking kidding me? Are you genuinely fucking kidding me? You a grown ass motherfucker talking about, "Oh, I'm just trying to match their energy." Bro, please stop talking. You're not making the situation any better, and you know it too. So drop the petty bullshit. You're treating this like a game, and you lose every single time. You're literally matching their pain with even more pain, and now you're both bleeding out. And guess what? That's not justice, that's ego. And ego will never be on your side. Your ego is simply there to hype you up, gaslight you, and then leave you empty-handed and ashamed. Eventually, you'll start to feel bad for what you did, and then you'll want to apologize. So then you're left with two options. Number one, you drop your ego, you apologize and forgive. Or number two, you decide to say, "Nah, I'm better than that. I'm better than this person, and I'm gonna show them by not showing any remorse." What's crazy about this example is that you'll never have to be in that situation as long as you drop the ego. I don't care how many times I have to tell you that. If it takes me 40 times for it to actually ring in your head, so be it. Think about it. What do you gain from being bitter and holding a grudge on someone? Holding a grudge on someone is like drinking a bottle of poison and waiting for the other person to die. It's purely illogical and pointless. And at the end of the day, the only person who's really suffering is you. One time, my parents and I were at the airport and some guy started pressing my dad and cursing him out just because he was a Raiders fan. I really didn't want to escalate the situation, so I just stepped in and I told the guy to have a good day and please move on. Mid-sentence, the dude literally cut me off and he told me to shut the fuck up. At that moment, yeah, I wanted to size him up but I didn't for two reasons. Number one, I wanted to see what would happen if I just stayed silent and let him get his anger out. And number two, the dude was like 6'5". I would have got my shit rocked. So I just stared at him, and eventually he stopped talking and he just walked away. And that moment taught me more than any fight ever would. Fast forward to my senior year of high school, there was some bullshit drama going on, and one of my old friends sent one of his friends to come and threaten me. And once again, I didn't say anything for two reasons. Number one, I thought about the airport moment. And number two, the friend that came to threaten me brought like 7 to 8 of his other friends. So if I were to do some dumb shit, I would probably be fucking dead. And guess what? Nothing happened, nobody got hurt, and I'm super thankful for that. I have learned 2 lessons from these experiences that I've went through. In life, forgiveness doesn't mean weakness. It means control. It means that you're not letting others write your story for you. And number 2, silence is powerful. When you remain calm, you are allowing the other person to continue being vulnerable, and they're just gonna keep exposing their true colors. And sure, they might get louder, but as long as you remain calm and composed, they will hate that shit. A lot of people in this world hate when you're calm. They hate when you don't entertain their foolishness. It's your superpower, and it works every single time in your favor. On social media, whether TikTok, Instagram, or Twitter, have you ever seen anyone go viral for being the bigger person? No, right? You know what does go viral though? People entertaining drama. People being toxic and messy on social media. People love drama. It's like a drug. But is all that drama really worth it when someone's reputation and relationships are on the line? And don't hit me on no bullshit saying, oh, well, they asked for it. If you think like that, you're a sorry motherfucker. Now, I'm gonna tap into a more religious aspect on this topic. I'm not trying to inflict anything on you. However, I do ask that you consider my perspective. There are literal teachings in the Bible when it comes to retaliation, anger, and loving your enemies. Jesus specifically talks about this type of stuff in Matthew chapter 5. Number 1, anger. Jesus says that when it comes to being angry at someone, insulting someone, murdering someone, or calling someone a fool, you will be liable to judgment, counsel, and the hell of fire. He says that you should make peace with the people that have wronged you or the people that you have wronged. To come to terms quickly with your accuser as you are taken to court. You will not be free until you have paid absolutely the last penny. Number 2, retaliation. We've all heard the saying, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. However, in the Bible, Jesus warns to not resist against the one who's evil. Jesus resists the human tendency to seek revenge. He says that if someone slaps you on the right cheek, allow them to slap you on the left. If anyone wants you to walk a mile with them, walk 2. If anyone wants to sue you, give them more than what they desire. What Jesus is trying to say specifically is that when someone tries to hurt you or accuse you of something, do not seek revenge. Instead, Jesus promotes the idea of showing love to the persecutor, because most of the time, that person will stop attacking if you don't do anything back. Whenever someone's being rude to you, just stay silent. Your ego might tell you otherwise, but after a little bit, that person will start to realize that you're not investing your energy into the situation, and then they'll just feel vulnerable and stupid. It works every time. And number 3, love your enemies. We've all heard the saying, love your neighbor and hate your enemy. However, Jesus warns against that. Jesus says that you should either pray or hope for the best for the people that have wronged you. God makes the sun rise for both the good and the evil, and he allows rain to pour on the just and unjust. Loving your neighbor is great, but what reward do you get for hating your enemy? It's just an unnecessary burden that you're carrying on your back, and you need to let it go. Whether you believe in God, karma, or the universe, the truth stays the same, and it's the fact that violence may be loud, but peace is always louder. There's a saying that I like to go by, and it goes, either I love you, I don't know you, or I wish you the best. In life, people are gonna come and go whether they hurt you or ascend you. But just remember that pain is inevitable, so you might as well let it teach you something. If you decide to disregard my advice and go and seek revenge, just remember that it takes 20 years to build a reputation and only 5 seconds to destroy it. And nobody on this planet is worth ruining your reputation over. And same thing with violence. 5 seconds of anger can turn into 20 years of regret. Or better yet, 5 seconds of anger can end up being the last 5 seconds of your life. We live in a world where even giving someone the wrong look can end you up with a one-way ticket to your grave. And with that, I encourage you to drop your ego, love one another, forgive, and move on with your life, because your future self is depending on it. Thank you guys for watching the video. I'll see you soon.